What is your name?
My name is Rebecca Lowe.
How do you spell it?
It's spelled Rebekahloe.
What is your occupation in regards to campus involvement?
I am a campus minister for the student org Ratio Christi. And Ratio Christi is Latin for the reason of Christ. We're a Christian organization that offers evidence from history, from archaeology, from philosophy, even from science for the validity of Christianity.
Can you elaborate on what you do?
Sure. One of the things I do is I try to help people who are not Christians. I like to show them what an unbiased perspective of Christianity is. I think a lot of people have rejected a caricature without knowing what the Bible really teaches or the evidences for the reality of a creator God and his involvement in our lives. I also try to spend time with Christian students helping them understand that there is an intelligent rationale for their faith. And so we do things like every week we have a table in the student union with a question of the week, and we get people's opinion. People will stop and talk to us. We will ask questions. Today's was on spiritual but not religious, and asking people, are you involved or do you believe in things like tarot cards or psychics, crystals, and getting their response and asking them, how did you come to that conclusion? Why is that important? Why do you think that is true? To get them thinking about things that they may unthinkingly and unwittingly embrace without looking at the evidence behind them. So it's very interactive. We like talking with students, and we also have meetings once a week. And usually the meetings topic will go along with what we've had as the question of the week. The meetings are usually, we have special speakers come in, we may have a PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll have discussion. So we encourage people to come who are not Christians. We have Christians, we have pagans, we've had some Hindus, Muslim or two come, and get everyone's participation, everyone's input as we discuss these really important questions.
Why are you passionate about it?
I am passionate about it because I believe it is true. Truth is what aligns with reality. And if God does exist, then there's nothing more important than knowing him. And if he does offer forgiveness, there's nothing more important than knowing how to take that forgiveness. And in my own life, it's made a huge difference. I grew up in a Christian home, but I kind of believed in Jesus like Santa Claus because my parents did. And it was in university that I began to really look at the evidence and have the realization, this is not a religion, this is reality. And so I really want to encourage and help others come to that same realization.
In what ways do science prove God's existence?
Well, science is just a methodology, and so it can't prove God's existence, but it can give some very good indications and evidence for God's existence. I think one of the most powerful is the DNA. The DNA has more information than a supercomputer.
Mm-hmm.
And anywhere in society or in the universe that you have information, there's intelligence behind it. So the vast amount of information encoded in the DNA, I think, is a very good evidence of an intelligent mind behind it and of design. And where you have design, you have a designer. So I think that is good evidence for God.
Where do members commune and how often?
We meet once a week at our weekly meetings where we have discussions that I mentioned before. We meet off campus at the Christian community, campus Christian community, the CCC, the big 3-story blue house that is on the corner of Oak and Fry. We also have times where I meet with some of the girls just in the student org lounge to look at the Bible together and to study together. We also meet around the table when students come to do the tabling. And occasionally we'll just have a fun night where we maybe play games at someone's house or just have social times together.
Is there anything else you would like to say to your audience?
I would just like to say, if you have never looked into some of the claims of who Jesus is and some of the evidences for the existence of God, I strongly encourage you to do that, because I think you may be very pleasantly surprised at how much evidence there is that points to God being a reality.